This episode's brought to you by the Public Domain Shop, a clothing brand inspired by classic literature and film. Use the code Wolff to get 10% off your next sweatshirt purchase.
I'm confused. Tyler, explain things to me.
Well, I have one
What
question.
the fuck did we just watch?
What was it you said about being excited going in blind for this movie?
Yeah, I was wrong.
So was I last week, but last week when I saw a Chinese movie called Nobody, that was so fucking boring. Because I paid for the ticket with my point system, I left halfway through.
Good call.
And boy, do I kind of wish for movies like this I would have done the same, because if we didn't pay for these tickets, if we just used points, halfway through I would have looked at you and said, "You want to leave?"
I was considering walking to the lobby because I was sitting there and a lot of nothing was happening. And they're like, "It's so creepy and suspenseful." And I was like, "No, you're showing me pictures of freaking water and I want to be invested in your movie, but something has to happen."
Something intentionally scary, not unintentionally hilarious, or boring, or dull, or more wooden than the cabin that they're staying
So
in.
there are going to be heavy spoilers in this.
Because
We
there's
cannot-
no way to talk about this
Okay.
spoiler-free. There just
First,
isn't.
spoiler, sell your house and move. Don't live there. Just leave. Leave this woods. Burn it to the fucking ground. I don't know. Hire a vampire hunter. Get a dentist to install teeth in whatever the fuck your mouths are. Just do anything besides stay there. Leave. Movie solved. What was this a metaphor for?
Men suck or something?
Is it
I don't
like-
know.
Like I was trying to think that men suck, but like
Even though the
it didn't work to do
ending
that.
kind of makes men and women both kind of suck, if we're being honest, because the ending makes Tatiana Maslany seem evil and him slightly less evil
Like-
or slightly more
like I was.
Okay, here's
What's your theory?
the official synopsis before we get
Okay,
into spoilers.
This is good.
Tatiana Maslany and Rossif Sutherland, the Sutherland that can't act.
Beard man.
The Sutherland who can't act.
Okay.
They may or may not be a married couple who are having an affair with each other. And on their year-long anniversary or something, at least according to the box that was supposed to have her ashes or belongings or whatever the fuck that was, this movie literally rips off the ending of Creep, where he has like the tapes of other victims that he just puts in a... Do you remember that?
See, I don't think this was a divorce. I don't think that works. It doesn't work for anything in the movie.
Here's my
It
problem
only
though.
works for,
They're
like,
both
segments.
wearing rings.
And they match.
The one best friend accuses the girl of being a side piece or a slut.
Yeah, but like they don't nail that ending to make it work.
No. I'm just saying, like, they hint at the fact that, like, he might at least be married. Like, she had 2 rings on. I don't really know what that deal was.
And but they didn't establish enough of the characters to give them a relationship more than, hey, we love each other to get drunk, to actually say they had a relationship of any sorts. They didn't establish this. There's nothing to work off of.
And even when they're shit-faced, Maslany and Sutherland have zero chemistry whatsoever. Even when they're drunk, like, you can't buy for a second that these two would be in the same room together as strangers, let alone as friends
They
or
couldn't
fuck
blind
buddies.
date for 2 minutes and
No.
carry a conversation.
No, like,
No.
the pervy cousin or that weird European model had more of a dynamic than these two. Like, she at least smiled.
That was my favorite part of the movie. He's like, tequila! And then that was it in the movie. And then I stopped making. That was the only part that made
But
sense.
anyways, Maslany and Sutherland go to the cabin for a getaway trip or whatever. And after he feeds her some spiked chocolate cake or some shit like that,
This is the demon-possessed chocolate cake movie.
that at 3:33 at night, get it? She
No.
literally becomes so possessed or entranced by the cake that there is literally a montage of her just gouging the fucking cake. Do you remember
It's
a
like-
Ghost Story? with
a little bit, yeah.
when she eats the entire pie in one take. That's the fucking cake scene.
It's like that. Did anyone see that movie with Steve McQueen where he's like, I'm going to play chess and then have sex and it's weird and psychedelic? That's the vibes I get.
But instead we get
Thomas Crown Affair.
But instead we get like monster sounds of her just licking her fingers of the chocolate and all these fade-ins of her and a bunch of the other victims of Sutherland's, and I'm just sitting there going...
But no, see, they undid themselves. Because at a certain point they said they appear to you of what you want to see. So they appear to her as women, but are they women? Are they weird faceless monsters? It's like they undid themselves by not defining what the monsters are.
And the question is, why would she want to see a hot model and her ventriloquist dummy sitting right next to her? Seriously, what the fuck was that?
My brain was thinking that I thought it could be an affair for a bit, and that was the person she was jealous of. But then, why would they try to kill each other? Wouldn't they just separate? And then I always thought maybe the guy was a rapist and these are all his victims, but then it doesn't make sense about how she would have the power of all the victims, but they would have mouths and powers to speak. It's like none of the theories I can form in my head apply to this movie.
And what he's talking about is literally only the last half hour of this film. The first hour, I shit you not, is really just Tatiana Maslany alone in a cabin having dream sequences and visions that make fuck all sense. And it's really a shame because I wanted to like this movie. The fact that Osgood Perkins made 2 movies in 1 year makes him, if nothing else, a committed filmmaker. And not gonna lie, the fact that he didn't write the script for this one gave me a lot more hope, because after The Monkey, I got kind of sick of him as a writer.
The sound design is great. The cinematography is wonderful. The actors are trying so hard, and the set and isolation work. And the way they're drawing... Yeah, the cabin's
The cabin
perfect.
is such a great location. Just looking at the interior of this gives you the creeps. And honestly, the best part about the cinematography, not just the wide shots, not just the fact that they have those slow zooms, that honestly, a wide shot of a character in a slow zoom is an easy trick to creep you out a little bit, but it is atmospheric for a reason. But what I really liked about the cinematography is that whether it's a frame within a frame or something obscuring them in the background, like dust particles from the light or the trees that block the cabin or an over-the-shoulder shot, there's always something obscuring the frame and the characters within the frame to make you feel like, one, you're spying on them, that there's a supernatural presence spying towards them, and just nothing else. It's instantly an off-kilter visual to look at. It kind of reminds me of how someone like Yorgos Lanthimos used to film, like, at the very, very end of the frame. Or Infinity Pool. That did it a lot, where characters were just very on the edge of the frame, making you instantly feel uncomfortable. There's a little more. I'm going to put, here the name of the cinematographer. Fantastic job.
Name. Great work.
Fantastic job. The sound design, like you said, it reminded me of another Perkins movie, I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives Inside the House. The only scary thing about that movie was the sound design, and I get the feeling that if we listened to this with headphones, we would get disoriented.
Yeah, no, and I like how it started immediately in the car, showing the corners and knew what to draw your eye to. Like, it showed you what you were supposed to be looking for, so later on there was this expectation of a scare, but it didn't lead to anything.
No, it didn't. And there's so many moments, especially with the constant fade-ins, where it expects you to believe that something is about to happen. And I will say this. For the first third, there were no cheap, easy jump scares.
No.
There's a really good scene where Maslany gets her flashlight, and as she leaves the room, of course there's someone behind her, but there's no piano key, no violin, no done. It just expects you to look very closely and see the shadow within the already dark, murky setting. Perkins is a really talented visual filmmaker.
He should be the set deck on this movie instead of the director.
No, I honestly think that certain parts of this movie would be good if it were a silent film. If it was just him having... If it was just her having nightmares and dream sequences, and you were left to put the puzzle pieces together yourself, not her just constantly asking what the fuck is going on, or the cryptic dialogue from the ghosts who could just blurt out what the fuck is happening and why, like they do towards the climax.
Yeah, no.
Seriously, why... It's like that line in True Blood where Lafayette just goes, "Dead folk, why y'all gotta be so cryptic? It ain't cute."
Yeah, no, you're dead. You have a lot of time. It doesn't mean we do.
You
We're
have all the
alive.
time in the world.
Like, we need to know what you want so we can make you happy as ghosts, okay? We don't have time. Pretend you're the ghosts from that ghost show on CBS where the girl talked to ghosts from iZombie and be like, we want the TV. Just tell me that. I'm cool. Like, I'll give you the TV, ghost. Like, what do you want?
Or like Pushing Daisies, where they tell you who the murderer is.
Or, you know, my brain was thinking, like, I love some of the set design. Like, the bathtub is in the floor. It offsets it. It's really cool. Everything is triangular in every shot. I like this.
Literally, this movie
like
has more
this.
triangles than Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. In fact, I swear to God, like, the roof that they constantly look at is supposed to be at least an homage to that or Night of the Hunter, because Night of the Hunter ripped off Caligari.
No,
a
like,
little
and
bit.
like, you can do weird, trippy visuals and without explaining it in a silent film like Hexen. But you also don't need to be an hour and a half if you only have 45 minutes worth of content.
You really hit it on the head when, before we started rolling, you flat out said this should have just been a short film.
It's a short film. I mean, it has the same impact as the Killer Pool movie does. Because it's like, look, a killer pool.
That's a very bold claim.
The Killer Pool movie was like, there's an evil pool. It will eat you. And then they're like, we got 10 minutes. And that's all you got. But that 10 minutes was great. And then they should have stopped.
But
This
like,
is the
even
Killer Chocolate Cake movie.
even when I enjoyed the visual aspects, basically all the technical achievements, it didn't stop the fact that this script is fucking awful. And I'm not even talking about the actual plot. I'm just talking about the conversations between characters. The dialogue is terrible. Like, the awkward conversations, or at least what Osgood Perkins counts as awkward conversations, no human being in their right mind would say. Like, especially Rossif Sutherland, or however the fuck you say his first name. Like,
That guy
I'm just
with
gonna
the
say-
beard. Beard man. Beard man. Beard go, beard man. Yay.
should that be my catchphrase or theme song at this point?
No, I gotta get better singer because you deserve a better theme song than what I just did.
I deserve a better movie than what this gave me. I mean, my
Like,
God.
maybe they're both dead and this is purgatory? I don't know. I can't.
No, I doubt that. I think they're both immortal human beings. I still don't really know how. But, like, to get back on track, one thing I will say, Tatiana Maslany is acting her ass
Oh,
off.
she did really great. Like, yeah.
She really
good
sold
stuff.
the fear and isolation that came with it. And, like, when she's confused, you feel the amount of pressure she's going through. And she at least has an excuse to stutter. When Rossif Sutherland stutters and just like, okay, I'll help. All right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Have a normal conversation. Like, you are
But,
the
like-
worst fucking liar ever. There was literally a plot point that serves no purpose to the movie where he claims he has a patient because his
yeah,
excuse
he's
is
gotta
he's a
leave.
doctor. That he has to leave to take care of a client or a patient that just woke up or whatever. Why did he need to leave? Why would you leave her alone with a ghost who could theoretically help her this entire time? And more importantly, why doesn't the cousin do anything about it? What did happen to the pervy cousin? Because, like, there's a moment where you see someone's head just, like, barely hanging off its neck, like nearly Headless Nick from Harry Potter. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, is it a ghost? Did the cousin get killed by
But,
one?
like, if you're a ghost and you're like, yo, I'm going to kill this guy and shove your Rolex down a drain pipe, you have to call a service person. Are you, like, just trying to lure people there to eat them? Could you not go to the people to eat them? Are you bound to a ghost barrier? Like, why can't you just leave and eat people?
Like, looking back...
Why do you need weird honey goo?
Looking back, I understand the context that, like, he was grabbing a butcher knife to go and kill Maslany, and the ghost probably killed him. But at the same time, like, there are no clues. There's no resolution towards him as a character.
But, like,
he's really just there to be a toxic male stereotype where he just blurts out what a
He knew the
douchey-
entire time what was going to happen. Why couldn't he let on with subtle hints like, oh, it's fine, stay here. Those are, like, couldn't he just reassure her, oh, that's normal, that's just the wind. Like, be false sense of security. Like, he could have done so much more.
This movie couldn't spell out the... This movie couldn't be subtle about the chocolate cake. It couldn't be subtle about the fish metaphors.
I don't need to know that fish are dumb. I get it. Fish are stupid. It's a fish, man. We
Seriously,
eat
like...
them.
This movie had fish symbolism that for the life of me I couldn't really understand. Like, why are we just staring at this pond? Like, is there going to be something other than a locket
spooky
that we
water.
a locket
Oh,
a locket that she finds in the river that we all know for a fact is going to have her picture in
But
it.
like, if this locket has been in the river for 200 years, how is it not rusted? I'm so sorry. This thing is rusted,
you know what?
decayed, or flowed downstream.
Let's just get to the spoilers. So
Like-
eventually, when she starts asking what the fuck is going on, why are we here, Sutherland just breaks down that like he and his cousin, who honestly I thought were brothers for the flashback or whatever.
But like, what does West Point have to do with anything? Why does it matter that they're from West Point?
We'll get to that. But these two cousins are hundreds of years old because they found a witch practicing a ritual on their property who is Maslany and looks just like her, which fucking obvious twist there, but they shoot her, they throw her to their pigs who surprisingly don't eat her, but she gives birth to some creatures that like disappear, and I don't know, Sutherland takes his rifle and allegedly puts her
I
out
don't
of...
think he shoots her because he can also like procreate
But that doesn't
more
explain
creatures.
like how the fuck did she get away? How did he not know that she was already dead? And more importantly, if you killed the creature's mother, how, by sacrificing these other women, that the teaser trailer where you see like the POV shots of the other girlfriends, that's all you get about them. You don't learn jack shit about them. You don't learn their names. You don't learn what it is that they were seduced by this
But
one
are
guy.
they actually the girlfriends? Because they come to her in a form that she wants her to see. So is that the form she wants to see?
But like
is that
that's
the form he
but like
wants
we
to see?
saw them before.
It's not clear.
But here's the problem, though. We saw them when he met them, and we see what happens to them with like the blood on their hands during that montage of them screaming. I trust me, I don't blame you for questioning that because there's nothing but questions that have no fucking answers to this. But biggest question, if you killed their mother, how, by sacrificing these other women, are they going to give you immortality? Like, what have you done in their eyes to earn any of that?
Well, see, this is the
And more, one other, this was the big one for me.
Yeah, go.
How the fuck did Maslany not realize she's the witch from 200 years ago? Like, where the fuck has she been all this time?
In a bookstore?
And how, over 200 years, have you not had a Jason Bourne flashback where you remember this shit?
No. So here's my question. So you said that if you killed the mother, so we're presuming the mother is dead. That's what we're going with. How did you not retaliate? So
When they
fuck
easily
you,
could.
Here goes Litmos. What's the end of the cafe in Killing of a Sacred Deer? You would retaliate. You just murdered his family. You retaliate. There's no Greek parable or verse or anything that hate them.
They literally can and do
You should
suck
destroy.
the life out of him off screen because they didn't have the budget for it.
Apparently not. You had the budget to look at water for 40 minutes, and I don't want to look at your water.
You had the budget to insert.
Don't like you.
You had the budget to insert 6 different faces, annoying orange style, on this one woman, which honestly was the scariest visual. Like, it is an impressive looking effect.
You got the cloners from Star Wars Episode 2 to be like, look at my squiggly neck, but you can't get any blood.
My God, that one tentacle neck thing. It
looks exactly like.
It does
the
look like
thing-
a Camino.
The Camino end. They're
Camino,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, we're making clones. Welcome to the clone facility, Mr. Obi-Wan. Like, that's not scary.
That kind of is
that's
what's
funny.
That kind of is Tatiana Maslany's creations. They are kind of clones. In case you can't tell, this movie sucks.
The only theory my brain can think of is the guy sees all women as the same and treats them all like dirt.
Yeah, she'll...
That's the only theory I got. But
He
it
sees-
doesn't work because he
One,
drowns his head in honey. Upside down. Tied. I don't get it.
I told you in the theater, because you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Like,
That's a dumb analogy. You gonna end your movie
I didn't
like that?
say it was a smart analogy.
Why did you make this movie, good sir?
I don't believe for a second that Nick Lepard is the screenwriter for this. I think Perkins just had a pseudonym because people are starting to question his writing. And dude, you made Blackcoat's Daughter. You made Longlegs. You made good movies. Like, What are you doing?
Stop making movies, bro.
No. Well, I can't go that far.
Come back in 5 years when you have a good idea that makes a little bit of sense.
Well, it's too late for that. Next year, he's got a movie with Nicole Kidman and fucking Johnny Knoxville. Which, not gonna lie.
What?
Not gonna lie, that is kind of tempting. But that is your last chance, Perkins. After that, if you disappoint me again, you are completely fucked.
Yeah, there's a reason I didn't see Begonia.
Oh no, you'd still like Begonia. That has bees and honey in a much, much better context.
Your metaphors don't work, dude.
Just trust me on this. Noah and I will force you to watch it regardless.
See, this movie, if I could sum it up, so I'm going to use my Aqua Teen Hunger references. So, in an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Shake finds a genie in a bottle. I kid you not. A tiny genie in the bottle, Gene the Genie. And he asks him to make him and Meatwad the sweet life of Zack and Cody, but the only thing the genie can do is make them invisible. So they go around at Frylock and they're like, haunted hand dryer, and they just keep going over and over again. He's like, I know you're there, dude. I can hear you. I just can't see you. And he's like, haunted hand dryer, and he's like, don't you get it? It's scary. He's like, haunted hand dryer, and I'm like, that's how I feel about this. It's sort of.
I need to start. You know what? This makes me realize
You got to review some
watching.
Aqua Teen.
This makes me realize I need to start.
Aqua Teen will never be canceled.
This makes me realize I need to start watching Aqua Teen.
Oh man, just review the show. I want just to know what you're thinking.
Oh, I will.
This.
One of these days,
I can give you some
will.
select episodes if you want some of the better ones.
If you have like the first few seasons, I can definitely.
It's all. I'll send you a link. It's all online.
Yeah, totally.
But man, it just feels like they're like, it's spooky. Don't you get it? It's spooky. It's spooky. It's spooky. And I'm like, no, it ain't. I'm bored. I'm bored as shit, bro.
I knew I was going to have more to say about Keeper than The Running Man, just not in this context. And if anyone's wondering, I'm not going to do a review of that Nobody that I walked out halfway through just because there's nothing to talk about. At least with a movie like this that's about nothing, there are more mistakes to talk about. And there are more redeeming qualities to wish that this was a good movie.
Yeah, see, with him, that was wasted potential. I feel like that could have been something great.
It would have been a man's Black Swan, but
it could have been weird and messed up and crazy. But this is half-baked. This is a half-baked movie with some guys who's like, this is spooky.
This is from a filmmaker who once ended his movie before the second act was over. That's basically what I Am the Pretty Little Thing was. Like, it was basically intentionally building up a mystery, and I shit you not, having the main character die of a heart attack from the ghost. Just from seeing the ghost, not because the ghost attacked her or anything. But I will say this, Pretty Little Thing actually built up the flashbacks by introducing each character and giving a backstory. With the flashbacks in this one, they're just props that you spray on with blood. It couldn't even do that. But long story short, don't watch this. This will be on our worst of list without question.
I don't think I've seen anything worse this year.
You thought this was worse than him?
Yes.
Really?
Because him at least had the potential to be fun and stupid and do something. This has no potential. It's going nowhere. It's a snail on a 400-meter highway, and we've reached the first meter. And that's the first hour and a half. Nothing of value happened. The suspense was killed by the director. The writing didn't go anywhere. The characters had nothing to do, even if you get the best actors in the world.
Yeah,
you're setting up a premise that doesn't work because you're not explaining enough to the audience. And I'll be the guiltiest of. I've made weird films that don't make any sense.
I would much rather.
Be the guiltiest
I would
of
much.
This.
I would much rather watch.
But you have to explain enough and give enough hints and clues so that you have a concept and premise. But I can tell you, this is destined to be a film school film that they are going to study for years, and in 20 years, it'll be the bane of our existence. Some 20-year-old will be like, have you seen The Keeper? It's a Criterion. It's a legendary film. It's going to be remembered for all the wrong reasons.
So it'll be Wavelength.
Fair.
I'd rather watch this than Wavelength, but you get the point.
I'd rather watch Citizen Kane than this, and I don't like Citizen Kane. It's boring.
Bold statement.
It is a
bold statement.
Boring technical achievement.
Can't quite go that far, but in any case, guys...
Rosebud is a freaking sled. I'm bored.
thanks for watching us. We really needed that.
Yeah, if you can explain this, please prove me wrong.
Don't be a dick about it.
Just please explain why this exists and what it's supposed to mean and break it down in detail.
Osgood Perkins, I like you still, not as much as I used to last year, but like, just why, man? Like, why?
Your legs are growing short.
Fuck you. Let us know in the comments below. Check out our Running Man review. It's
Running Man.
It's not as entertaining as this.
Where's Running Man? I got the poster.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Running Man. These mini posters. I was like, can I have one? I was like, yeah, you can get it. But check out that review. Running Man. It's pretty, actually, really dope poster. Anyway.
It is, yeah.
Check it out.
In any case, be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on Patreon and buy me a coffee. I don't know what's coming out next week, so I don't know if he'll be here or not.
I don't know, but I look forward to it if I am.
Bye.